Sorry about that. It looks like the video cut out. Okay, we were talking about surface area of a hemisphere. Okay, so the first part, okay, the first part is this. Okay, so we wanted half of the sphere. Okay, so this is our sphere formula. We wanted half of that. But since we had to account for that circle, or, oops, that red part, okay, we needed to add the area of a circle. So r squared pi. Okay, so let's go back and work our magic. Okay, so let's do half of 4. So that's the same thing. We know half of 4 is 2. We could also do 1 times 4, and that would give us 4 divided by 2 is 2. R squared pi plus r squared pi. Okay. Well, this is similar to as if we had 2r squared pi plus 1r squared pi. R squared pi, that's kind of like an x. So if I had 2x plus 1x, okay, that would end up giving us 3x, or 3r squared pi. Nothing else changed except for us adding those together. Okay. So this is our surface area value. Okay. So surface area of a hemisphere is 3r squared pi. And of course, since it's surface area, it's going to be units squared. Okay, so I would include these two formulas on my note card, and I would make sure I put hemisphere. Okay, so now you have 4 formulas that you have to have on your note card. You have surface area and volume for a sphere, and surface area and volume for a hemisphere. Okay, let's try using these formulas on this next page. So remember, we have surface area equals 3r squared pi. Okay, and if you don't know those formulas, you can always use all that information we did to find those formulas. Although it will be easier if you just know them. So I do recommend writing them down. Your volume formula is 2/3 r cubed pi. Okay, and then it works very similar to our previous problems. Our radius is given to us. Center to the outside is 4. Okay, 3 times r squared pi. Let's do that 4 squared. That'll give us 3 times 16 pi. And I definitely need a calculator for that one. That'll give us 48 pi. Okay, so as I write that, it's surface area. So my unit is meters, and we're going to square it because of the area. Now let's use our volume one. So now we have 2/3. So we're either going to multiply by 2 and divide by 3, or we're going to put that 2/3 in parentheses. My r is going to be 4 still, and it's going to be 4 to the 3rd power. So 2/3, 4 to the 3rd power is 64. Okay. 64 times 2/3 is going to give us a decimal, and it's going to be 42.6 repeating, so I'm going to do that 42.7, and I'm still going to keep that pi for my volume. 42.7 pi. Again, my unit was meters, and it's volume, so we're going to do cubed. Okay, you have a practice problem that is just surface area of volume and surface area of a hemisphere, sorry. Okay. An important part here is now it's starting to ask you what shape it is. That's just going to give you an opportunity to pause and make sure you're doing the correct formula. So make sure you're paying attention to sphere or hemisphere. You also have 3 additional problems. Okay. For this last one, make sure you are paying attention to the shaded or the darker region. Okay, that is it for today. Go ahead and finish up your student practice.